Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this channel, to this video, and to this space. We are a collective that is all about being our authentic selves and encouraging others to be their authentic selves as well, so that we can heal ourselves and heal the planet. So welcome, 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 thrice welcome. For returning friends, take your seat, get your drink, you guys know the drill. For new friends, please feel welcome in this space. All we do here is support and encourage each other. We are always looking for how to be our best selves, and that's why you are here. You are looking for confirmation or guidance on something, and you found this video. So I welcome you. If you feel so inclined to like and or subscribe, this channel will never be a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm, help other people find the channel and find these videos. So, got that business all out of the way. Now we can concentrate on our energy reading. We've been looking at the Angelic Messengers Oracle Deck from Meredith Young-Sowers. Excuse me. And these cards are more about the energy that is being evoked through this image. They are all actual photographs of various flowers and different parts of those flowers and how those parts represent the energy of whatever that card represents. So today's energy reading is potential, and we have a bud here. It's very easy to see. This is something, looks like obviously some kind of purple flower, but it's just getting ready to get started to open up, to bloom, to blossom. And I'm guessing you probably feel that energy in your own personal life in some aspect of it. It might be your physical body. You might be feeling like you're finally achieving the results that you wanted from that new exercise routine that you've been slogging away at for the last 6 months. And you finally just put on a shirt that you haven't worn in forever, and it's like, oh my God, it looks amazing on me. So it may be that kind of potential. It may be potential in terms of finances or a new relationship or an existing one. It could be a variety of things, and we'll go through the book and see what the extended reading is. And this will be a little bit longer. There are 4 sections, and the very last section gives us a practical application and recommendations for what we can do during the day to bring this energy more present into our actual reality. So having said that, I do just also want to note that just like us, when we see these buds, when we've been tending and taking care of our little green friends and nurturing them and watering them, feeding them, planting them, and encouraging them to grow, how much of a parallel is that for how we deal with our own lives and how we deal with the lives of others? We see potential in ourselves and we want to encourage that. We see potential in others and we want to encourage their growth and their expansion as well. Imagine, you know how excited we get when we see these buds on our plants. Imagine, just imagine for a moment, close your eyes and imagine. Reach out and touch the divine energy and how much more ecstatic it must be looking at us and seeing our potential. Just imagine that for a moment. Connect with that divine energy of joy and exultation in your potential. The creative energy, God, higher source, universe, whatever name you want to call it, its joy, its passion is seeing us become even more magnificent, even more abundant, even more blossoming into our fullest potential. So I just want to make a note of that. The universe is celebrating you today. Okay? Let's take a look in the book and see what our extended reading is. Our present challenge is to accept yourself as your own teacher who can assess and create from your own spiritual intentions. You have drawn this card of partnership in order to expand your potential for joy, love, and creative expression. You may have felt for too long that others held the answers to your life or were responsible for blocking your progress. But now, through the circumstances unfolding in your life, you are reminded that you alone are required to make certain choices for your life, and that in accepting this challenge, you are awakening a level of creativity that for too long has laid dormant. This card holds the energy of change and is alerting you to accept personal responsibility for the events that have unfolded in your past, to forgive others and move into your future with anticipation of success and joy. You have entered a period in which meaningful relationships will flow to you as you allow your creativity to reflect the wisdom of the divine. Our angelic message is potential. And I just want to note, this is a number 8, so this is our infinity sign again. We have infinite potential. So, all right. God is the all-inclusive energy of divine love, and we, your angelic teachers, bring you the message that the fulfillment and joy you seek are but derivatives of this universal force. Nothing can stand in the way of your awakening to your potential except your own apathy, resistance, fear, or anxiety over finding your true relationship with the divine. God as energy encompasses both the light and the void, the joy of spiritual awakening, and the pain produced by the void, the shadow self, that emerges to obliterate your awareness of God's love. Both the light and the shadow have been vying for your attention, so your natural belief in yourself and your future may have been clouded temporarily by unforeseen circumstances. Potential is never diminished. Only the confidence with which to use this natural spiritual creativity is ever damaged. When you have faith that you are on the spiritual path, then the immediate circumstances in life are less anxiety-producing, and relationships can be built and also dismantled with less pain and trauma. You and all other people and living things have specific intentions for being on the earth at this time. You are able to rest in the contentment of your own inner work with much more assurance when you accept that God is within all the experiences presently or recently in your life. Both the joy and the fear, both the searching and the discovery, both the enlightenment and the temporary loss of God's presence in your life. Assume that you have a mission to accomplish that involves your own unique abilities. The world awaits your contributions. Put aside the voice of your ego mind that tells you how to mark yourself or your ability, and accept that your spirit mind, which tells you to use your natural creativity without thought for self-gain, only through giving from your spiritual center will you truly realize and benefit from unleashing your potential. Our spiritual opportunity. The guidance to you through this card is a call to recognize that you, like this image, are also the bud. Even though you may have many accomplishments to your credit, your potential is still dormant. You have drawn this very important card of partnership to encourage you to reassess the subtle dynamics of your closest relationships or partnership, because you, and perhaps others, need to change the ways in which you've always interacted. You are also being alerted to the fact that others are unable to thwart your growth unless you believe that they can. You are responsible for living true to your own inner teachings and then working cooperatively with others in ways that encourage growth for all parties. You are in a healing mode, with the color green facilitating your progress. The energy of growth and implied potential is coming to you with this card to tell you to give yourself and those closest to you permission to grow from the bud into the blossom. Important and essential spiritual growth is trying to emerge into your life, and you are being urged to grow from the student into the teacher. Taking this step in awareness requires you to put your full attention on the state of your own spiritual path and health and well-being, and to acknowledge your own guidance. Here's our practical application. Make a list of the spiritual qualities you associate with the bud, the student, and also with the full-blown flower, the teacher. Does it feel safer to be the bud because the student is not expected to know, to perform, or to assume responsibility for fully engaging in his or her potential? Bring a small flowering plant into your house or your office. Watch it grow from the bud stage into its fullness. Imagine that you also are changing and growing as quickly and with as much certainty of the rightness of your choices as this flower does. Seek to hear your guidance daily from the flowers. Wow. I had to try to not stop myself through that whole thing. You've heard me saying this over and over and over and over if you've been listening to any of these videos on this channel. I can't even really expand on it except to say this is a call to you to be brave, to be bold, to step into your fullness of potential. There's something in your life, some aspect of your life that you've kind of been holding back on. There's a little bit of fear. It's unknown. It's uncertain. You may not feel comfortable with it. But for some reason, you just keep being pulled into doing more of this, more in this area. Don't ignore that pull. That's God. That's the universe, that's source, that's your higher self giving you a nudge. The universe will never, God will never force you to do anything. You're going to receive opportunities, and if you don't take that opportunity that's meant for you, it will pass, but it's going to come around again. Because the whole purpose of you being here on this planet right now is to become into your full potential, to become your most authentic self. And why are you doing that? Because there's stuff that has happened in your own lifetime right now, and in previous lifetimes, if that's where your philosophy is, okay? But definitely for this lifetime, there's things that we've done in the past that we're not happy with, that we still haven't released, have not forgiven ourselves or others. And that thing is holding us back. It's our potential to grow that's being stymied in some area. And it can be totally unrelated to what you're actually trying to grow. Yeah. There may be a trauma that happened when you were little with a relative or a teacher, a student at a school that you went to, or some random person at a grocery store when you were little and shopping with your mom. And something happened, you saw something, and it put a fear of something into you. And this card is giving you permission to address that. There's a process involved in healing a trauma. I encourage you, if you're, I'm sure you're already in the midst of doing that. That's why you got this card. That's why you got this reading, because this is what you're working on right now, is addressing whatever it is that is holding you back from reaching your full potential in some aspect of your life, and giving yourself permission to grow through that. So that's the only thing I can think of that I want to add to that. It was an amazing reading. I am really, really excited for you. If you feel so inclined to share in the comments what it is that you're specifically working on expanding into your own life. For me, I'm reaching out to various meetup groups to see if I can find people that are interested in the same kind of things that I am here locally in this area, and see if, like this channel here for YouTube that is in the more etheric realm, I want to say, because I can't actually touch you. You can't actually see me. I mean, not even that I don't do the videos with me. And the only reason why I do that, just FYI, the only thing you'll ever see from these readings most of the time, unless I'm being called specifically to do it a different way, but is to focus the energy of the reading on the card, not on me. I'm just a vessel. I'm just a channel, imperfect and flawed. Okay? The energy that's coming from the divine has no flaw. It is perfect, just as you are, and just as I am in our whole selves, our eternal selves, our more perfected higher selves, that aspect of us that's always a part of us. It's not like some separate being. We are always that. And I know this is going on a little bit long, but I want to make this point. Okay? You are whole and complete and of yourself. You just need to give yourself permission to become that person that you are supposed to be. I'm going to leave it at that. I love you. Have the most amazing day. Ciao for now.